Good evening. Welcome to the 2019 Adult Basic Education Graduation Ceremony. I'm Khia Brown, Director of Community Education for the Rosemount Apple Valley Egan School District, and I am beyond pleased to welcome you here to celebrate with you on your graduation this evening. I want to thank an exceptional group of people who make all of us in School District 196 proud to be part of such a superb program, the ABA staff. Thank you for your dedication in assisting past, present, and future graduates to reach their goals. To the families of those graduating, congratulations. Your support through this process has made an enormous impact on your graduate. I'm sure you're very proud of them as they close this portion of their lives and prepare for the next steps. And graduates, the biggest congratulations of all to you. Your perseverance is especially noticeable this evening. You did it, and you should be very proud of yourselves, and I know that all of us here are very proud of you. I'd like to recognize some distinguished guests whom are present this evening to join in the celebration of your graduation. If you would just please stand when I say your name. State Representative Ruth Richardson is not here yet. School board members Craig Angramson, Art Coulson, and Sachin Isaacs. Superintendent Mary Krieger, and Advisory Council members Anna Williams and Jacob Williams. Not here yet either. And last but certainly not least, ABE Program Manager Eric Lind. Graduates, once again, congratulations and the best of luck to you in your future endeavors.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Eric Lind, and I'm the Program Manager for Adult Basic Education in the Rosemount Apple Valley Egan School District. Thank you all for coming to the graduation ceremony tonight. So I'd like to give a brief overview of our ABE program. This year we've served over 1,200 students in a variety of areas: high school, GED completion, English language learning, academic skill building, college, and also career preparation and family school classes. 85 of our students this year have earned their high school diploma or GED diploma. In our program, we strive to build connections with all of our learners and to help them build their skills to achieve their goals. So congratulations to our graduates. You've worked so hard to earn your diploma. We're so excited to be here. This graduation ceremony is the highlight of all of our year. I also want to thank the families of the graduates and our ABE staff, and both teachers and support staff. Your support plays an important role with all these graduates to achieve their goal. Finally, thank you, ABE staff, for your hard work to make tonight's graduation ceremony possible. So next up, I'm happy to introduce our guest speaker tonight, Walter Choi. Walter earned his high school diploma with our ABE program in May 2016. Following his graduation, he joined the Bank of America, Merrill Lynch in management in the financial centers. After gaining job stability as a result of his diploma, his family welcomed their third child in March of 2017. The new baby boy, Matthias, who is now 2, joined his sisters Alexandra, who is 13, Gabriella, who is 12, and they are both part of District 196 schools as well. In the fall of 2018, Walter officially became a U.S. citizen. Congratulations. Walter continues to share his experience with others, and we are so happy that he is here tonight to share with us. Please welcome Walter Choi.
Good evening. First and foremost, I would like to thank the ABE program for having me here this evening. I want to congratulate the graduates. And I just want to take maybe 5 minutes of your time. I know there is cake and pastries back there, so let's get this thing going, right? Congratulations to you all. I sat in those chairs there 3 years ago at the age of 34. Now, for some of you, This is a journey that maybe took an extra year or two. And then there's me. It took me an extra 17 years to get to where you are now. And those 17 years, I had an opportunity to do great things. I had an opportunity to serve my country in the U.S. Army. I held positions with top companies until 1 year, as I was getting ready for my big promotion, my employer finds out I don't have a diploma. And next thing I know, all my stuff is in a box, and I am escorted out the building for not having a diploma. How do I face my wife? How do I tell my kids that the father lost their job because he doesn't have a diploma? What do I do? And I found myself staring at myself in the mirror, kind of like you're staring at me now, wondering what's going to happen. And then I came across this amazing program. And here we are. It wasn't an easy task. I was a father of two at that time. And I remember sitting in my living room trying to get through some homework, being a parent, a husband, with other obligations. And I have to say to some of these parents, some of these, you guys have some pretty cool kids. That wasn't the case for me. I know you guys on the weekends maybe like to do fun things. Not for me. I remember coming back on a Monday after a weekend and hearing stories about you guys going to Starbucks and doing cool things and going to shows. And I was happy I was able to file my taxes on the weekend. And I was happy that I got a chance to mow my lawn and I got a chance to clean out my gutters. And now I'm back to class. And you guys were talking about going to Starbucks. You guys are some pretty cool kids. I have to say, I don't know what it is that you're going through today. For anyone out there, I don't know if you find yourself in the same situation thinking, I'm too old to do this. You're not. You're never too old. I am super thankful for the ABE program that was able to help me. I remember at one point, I don't know if you guys still do this, but there was a field trip. And I brought a permission slip to my wife, and I said, babe, what am I supposed to do with this? Are you supposed to sign this? I promise I will be where I say I am going to be. I think it happened a couple of different times. I think we went to the Institute of Art, and I don't know where else we went, but it's one of those things that, thinking back, I'm like, you know what? It was well worth it. And I'm sure you guys have spent long nights, maybe doing homework, maybe spend long nights instead of being out with your friends, but you're here today, and I congratulate you. And I'll just tell you this, the best is yet to come for you guys. And I don't know how long it took you. Maybe it took you an extra year or two. I don't know what your situation is, but the best is yet to come for you guys. And again, anyone out there that can maybe relate to what it is that I went through, the resources are there, the people are there, you just have to reach out. I thank you so much for your time, and I congratulate, and I'm very happy for everyone here that is sitting in these front row today. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Walter. So next up, we have our student speakers. Our first speaker tonight is Morgan Colvin. He's coming from Apple Valley High School, class of 2018. He's been taking ABE classes since November of 2017, and he has both taken and helped to pilot some of the online classes that we offered through ABE. He's also helped other students navigate the online platforms, and he's given advice on how to be successful in an online or independent learning environment. Please welcome Morgan.
Hello, and good evening. Thank you to everyone who came out tonight to see the graduates and share their support. My name is Morgan Colvin, and I'm incredibly happy to even be able to be up here today talking to all of you. I'd like to open with my story. I attended Apple Valley High School for 3 years. 3 years that to many didn't seem like much, but to me felt pretty crazy. I struggled coming from previous school experiences that weren't so kind to me growing up. I transferred to District 196 for my freshman year, and it was a lot. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know where I was going in what felt like a massive school. I didn't really know what I was doing, and reminiscing, I admittedly was a clunky, goofy, and awkward 14-year-old. But like most other people, I adapted. I started to make friends, and I grew some self-confidence. I carried the friendships and whatever confidence that I had through my freshman, sophomore, and junior years. And it totally worked, because it got me through those 3 years. At the start of my senior year, I struggled heavily. Feelings, thoughts, and emotions that I had repressed through many years of high school began to surface again. I lost all my motivation to finish school. I didn't believe in my ability to finish school at all. And it might sound odd, but I genuinely couldn't visualize myself graduating. Throughout those couple of years in school, I never really even thought about graduating. In all honesty, it wasn't on the forefront of my mind. It just didn't seem like something that I would accomplish. Of course, I knew it had to happen, but it was never something that I pictured as a long-term goal that would happen. So back to my senior year. The reality of graduating was approaching, yet there was this looming threat that I wouldn't be able to. It was then, at the start of that year, that I lost all my motivation to finish. I lost all confidence in myself and my abilities. I was estranged by a majority of my friends because I wasn't showing up to school nearly at all. And because I wasn't showing up, it inevitably became concerning to me and my family when it seemed like there was no current hope at even finishing, I withdrew from Apple Valley High School. But this is not where my story ends. In fact, I'd like to think that this is where it should start. I had learned of a program within the district called ABE, or Adult Basic Education. I had heard that they offered students who weren't able to finish on time, or students who had challenges with being at traditional high schools, the opportunity to finish it in a comfortable environment. So, me and my mom went to talk with the lead teacher, Lori. I can remember it very clearly. Talking to her and seeing how accepting she was just to have me as a student there didn't even seem real to me. It most definitely didn't feel like something that I deserved. It was honestly crazy, but in an awesome way, because I had just come from a really dark area in my life, an area where I didn't feel accepted by anybody. So having Lori acknowledge where I was coming from with such acceptance and normalcy seemed pretty surreal to me. So I joined ABE. And at first, for a while, it was a tough adjustment period for me. I missed my old friends, teachers, and classes. A lot. But just like my freshman year me, I adapted. I didn't just learn to, but I built this natural liking to my teachers and my classes. Diane, my English teacher, and Chris, my social studies teacher, were two of the best teachers that I could have asked for. With little communication, they seemed to have this understanding and acceptance of me as their student. Through my time at ABE, I grew my confidence back. The confidence in my abilities to be a good student, and the confidence to be myself and enjoy being myself, simply put. I grew wholly as a person. I couldn't be more overjoyed to say that it was thanks to ABE that I acquired that growth. I'm so incredibly thankful for the seriously amazing staff that works there, because without them and their acceptance, I really don't think that I would be able to stand here today talking to all of you. And as you can see, it was a complete 180 from where I was in my senior year. I'm very grateful. But now, I'd also like to take the time to thank others who really had an impact on me graduating. First off, my family. As a parent, I can only imagine how difficult it is to see your child who is succeeding throughout all of their school career just suddenly drop off. But neither my mom or my dad stopped supporting me. In fact, this is when their support for me increased more than ever. If it wasn't for that push or that reminder of what I was doing, I wouldn't have found the motivation within myself to finish. So I'd just like to say thank you. Thank you for supporting me wholesomely the whole way through and making sure that I saw it to the end. My sister was another huge supporter as well. Her ability to change my own attitude towards certain things is pretty amazing. She was able to convince me of what I was capable of doing, which was sort of this extrinsic motivation that I couldn't have found anywhere else. She convinced me by reminding me of my previous accomplishments in school, and she might not remember doing that, but I certainly do. So thank you, Monica, for giving me that, because I definitely needed that type of reminder when I could not give it to myself. I want to thank my friends as well. One of them is here today. There was a very small amount of my friends who stuck with me through that period of my life. They gave me the ability to laugh at any time, and those friendships are really neat because it's pretty difficult to find real friends who you can be honest and real with at almost any time, but also make it feel effortless and completely natural. And lastly, I need to give an immense shout out to an extremely important person in my life, my girlfriend, Brietta. Brietta has not only seen me through that time in my life where I was at my lowest, but she was so much more to me than just a big help. She was more than what I could ask for in any person. She gave me the ability to confide quite literally anything to her. I've never felt like there was something that I couldn't tell her, and she never judged me for it, and that makes her incredibly special to me. And on top of that, she made me realize who I truly was during that time. She not only made me believe, but man, she made sure that I knew what my true character was. Because of that, I was able to accomplish things and achievements I didn't even know I was capable of doing. I was able to be the type of person that, at that time, seemed as if he would never come back. I cannot put into words how much she means to me because of that. Thank you, Brietta. So here I am, a year later, and graduating with my diploma. I can go to college now and live the type of future that I want to. I've learned so much, not only academically, but about myself as well, since joining ABE. So on that thankful note, I'd like to finish up by saying thank you to you all for coming out tonight, and thank you for listening. I hope you all have a spectacular night.
Our second speaker tonight is Katie Miller. She's coming from Rosemont High School class of 2019 and has been taking ABE classes since the fall of 2017. Katie has been a positive, welcoming presence to students and staff. In addition to her academic classes, she has volunteered in the English as a second language classes with the adult learners for hundreds of hours in both the classroom and the computer lab. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you all for being here tonight. I know that everyone's favorite thing to do on a Thursday night may not be sitting through a graduation ceremony, but at least there's cake afterwards. I sat down to write this speech about 8,000 times since I was asked to speak. They told me, talk about how you got here, why is it different, and how has it changed you? And while I didn't want to say that, I did come up with a few things that I would like to share about my time and my experience at ABE. So here are the top 3 things that ABE has taught me that I will probably use for the rest of my life. Number 1, success stems from failure. I failed. I failed a lot when it came to school. Then I dropped out of Rosemont High School. Not necessarily something I'm proud of, but it's kind of a fact. As a sophomore in high school, I decided that I couldn't go to school. Everything was too much for me. It was a time in my life where I felt more alone, confused, and worried about life than I had ever before. I couldn't get anything done, and I felt like I couldn't do anything. If I ever hit rock bottom, it would have been during this time of my life. I had failed once again. But hey, the good thing about hitting rock bottom is that the only way to go is up. Though I didn't believe it at the time, things would get better. A lot better, actually. I picked myself up and decided that I didn't want to exist with that negative state of mind anymore. I got myself a job, eventually went back to school, and wound up at ABE. Sometimes, what you think is your worst moment is actually the start of something really good. I've thrived in the ABE environment, and I would have never gotten here without having hit my lowest points first. Number 2. Just try it. Almost 2 years ago, my high school counselor sat down and talked to me about ABE. She said, "There's a lot of students who are just like you. I think you'd really like it." And with those pieces of information, I decided that the program didn't seem particularly enticing. But my counselor encouraged me to just try it out. So I did. On my first day of class, I walked into Chris and Diane's room, late if I remember correctly, and sat in the corner by myself. It wasn't a great first day, but at least I was trying, right? Though the first days were rough, I eventually found that my counselor was right. ABE was a place that really seemed to work for me. Once I was comfortable and making good progress in the diploma program, Lori Elson nudged me towards another even bigger just try it experience. Last summer, she asked me if I'd be interested in doing some service learning credits. I was supposed to help out in an adult English learners class for a total of 80 hours. Once again, didn't seem like a super enticing offer. Luckily for me, I just tried it. I started going to EL class in the morning, every morning. At first, I kind of sat and did nothing, but as time passed, I learned how to be helpful. I learned how to be an asset in the classroom. And as much as I helped the students, they helped me find a passion for working with others. All of this just because I said yes to trying something new. Number 3, it's okay to stray off the beaten path. When I came to ABE as a senior, I wasn't looking for anything other than a few credits. Get in, get out. That was the goal. Get the credits, get the diploma, go to college on time. Well, that clearly didn't work out. Everyone showed me that that was okay. My time at ABE has been some of the best in my life, and I would have missed out on that if I tried to fly through it like I'd originally planned. If I had rushed to graduate on time, I would have been rushing through the most transformative period in my life thus far. It doesn't matter that I strayed from the expected schedule. All that matters is that I'm here now, doing better than I ever have before. At ABE, I've developed close friendships, strong connections with my teachers, and most importantly, I've created a better relationship with myself. So my advice to you, remember to fail sometimes, and maybe just try something totally different. Who knows? Straying off the beaten path might turn out to be one of the best things that ever happened to you. Lastly, I'd like to sincerely thank all of you who have helped me reach this point and encouraged me to accomplish my goals. To my family, especially my mom, my friends, and my teachers, especially Chris and Diane, you are why I'm standing here tonight. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Rhea, and I am one of the diploma teachers here at ABE, and it'll be my pleasure to introduce the graduates today. Before we do that, I just want to say it's my pleasure to be up here, and there is so much hard work that goes into this, and it takes a lot of dedication. And the people that came up here put in the work, put in the time, were persistent, and that's why you're here. I hope you take that lesson with you when you move on in the rest of your lives, because it's so important. And if you can do that, everything else just seems to fall into place. So, I would invite the graduates on this side. Could you line up, please? Families, this is a special event. When your graduate comes up, feel free to cheer, make noise, say their name. This is a celebration. You don't need to be shy. Okay? Also, at the end of the ceremony, it kind of gets a little crazy, but don't forget, we have refreshments and pastries in the back. We invite you all to stay as long as you need, have some food, take some pictures, talk with people, enjoy the moment. So, on that note, you can stand up. Perfect. I would first like to introduce Mikias Ayano. He will be receiving his diploma from Rosemount High School. Come on up, Mikias. He wants to give a special thanks to his family and all the teachers who helped him through. Next, I would like to introduce Jonathan Blazak. Jonathan will be receiving his diploma from Apple Valley Senior High School. His future plans are looking into the trade schools at Dakota County Technical College. A special thanks to his family for not giving up on him. Next, I would like to introduce Morgan Copen. Morgan will be, go ahead, Morgan will be receiving his diploma from Apple Valley Senior High School. His future plans include going to community college in Winona and working full-time. He had a special thanks in all his speech, so nice job. Yes. Next, I'd like to introduce William J. Garcia Cruz. William will be receiving his GED diploma. His future plans include going to Dakota County Technical College, and he wants to give a special thanks to his mom. Next, I would like to introduce Bailey Hegel. Bailey will be receiving her diploma from Apple Valley Senior High School. Her future plans include to work more at Hy-Vee. She wants to give a special thanks to her parents for pushing her to finish. Next, Rebecca Hamilton. Rebecca is receiving her GED diploma. Her future plans include possibly getting a degree in nursing or teaching. She wants to give a special thanks to her husband Brian and her children Destiny and Benjamin. Next, Cornelius Danche Lawrence. Cornelius will be receiving his diploma from Rosemount High School. His future plans are to become a firefighter. He would like to give a special thanks to all of his family. Next, I would like to introduce Katherine Miller. Katherine will be receiving her diploma from Rosemount High School. Her future plans include to start at Inver Hills this Tuesday. Next, I would like to introduce Danielle Otto. Danielle will be receiving her GED diploma. Her future plans are going to college. She would like to give a special thanks to her mom, her dad, sisters, the family dog Maya, Darcy, Chris, Jackie, Lori, and Diane. Next, I would like to introduce Lucas Singer. Lucas will be receiving his GED diploma. His future plans are to attend a trade school. He wants to give a special thanks to his mom and dad. Next, we have Ruby Smith. Ruby is receiving her GED diploma. Her future plans include going to college and figuring out future plans. Her hopes are to get into the University of Minnesota Morris. A special thanks to all of her family for being there for her, and to Darcy, her GED teacher. She was a big motivation for her. Next, I would like to introduce Kiara Sponsel. Kiara will be receiving her GED diploma. Her future plans are to start at Normandale in the fall for dental hygiene. She'd like to give a special thanks to her family and friends and her daughter Dakota for supporting her. Next, I would like to introduce Tara Thomas. Tara will be receiving her GED diploma. Her future plans are going to school for phlebotomy. She would like to give a special thanks to her mom for keeping her motivated and always telling her she could do anything she puts her mind to. And finally, we have David Alberto Churcios. David will be receiving his GED diploma. His future plans include to pursue a career in the medical field. He'd like to give a special thanks to his sisters, Carmen and Anna, who kept on pushing him to finish what he started. I want to thank you all again for coming. Let's give one more round of applause for all our future graduates. Thank you so much. All right, that's it. We can go to the back. We can enjoy our refreshments, take pictures, and have fun. Thanks, everyone, for coming. It was a great time. Thanks, dignitaries.